Today I'm going to share something that I started to build at home, and then I realized that you guys would probably want to see this. Please enjoy my night of the ball, last minute, light up Cinderella skirt with full train. Once upon a time, I was commissioned by Cinderella herself to make a skirt to light up the dance floor. How could I say no to such a sweet princess? She wanted a cupcake silhouette with a full train. This fairy godmother takes her job very seriously, and how could I not deliver? The materials I used was a cupcake hoop skirt petticoat, battery-operated LED fairy lights, 2 yards of silk shantung, scraps of tulle left over from bridal gown production, needle and thread, safety pins, organza party favor bags. I started this project twice, just pinning the tulle to the petticoat to see how I wanted to make it. Pinning was easy and quick, so I didn't mind redoing it a few times. I got a feel for how I wanted the lights to look. It needed a reflective underskirt to help with the overall glow of the LEDs. Here's the LED light glowing under tulle with just a regular plain white paper background. And then here's the same LED light glowing on a piece of silk shantung. So glowing on a white piece of paper, same lighting, glowing on the silk. See how that just is so much more glowy? And then when you put on top of the tulle on top of that, it really gives it that pretty effect. My waist radius pinned out at 5 inches for my radius. And then I have my skirt length. So the radius plus the skirt length plus 3 inches of seam allowance gives from here to here is 36 inches. And I'm just gonna cut this out. It really lit up nicely and gave the soft glow I was looking for. I base stitched it to the petticoat just below the elastic. I used scrap tulle from wedding dress manufacturing. I used the corners from circle skirts, and I grabbed them in the middle like this, and I stitched these directly to the petticoat over the silk. I really liked how this unusual shape was draping. I base stitched the corners to the petticoat, longer bits for the train and the shorter pieces for the front. I hung the petticoat from a hanger and hemmed the tulle, cutting it so it was even with the silk layer. I felt like I was cutting hair. Once the base was prepped, I started lighting up my skirt. Originally, I used binder clips to hold the lights in place, but that was a bad idea and a lot of trouble that Cinderella could not deal with during the ball. Luckily, I came up with a better solution before the ball. Unfortunately, I didn't film it. But the solution I came up with is I took organza party favor bags and I put the battery packs inside of the favor bags with all the extra wiring. Neatly as I can. Pulled it nice and tight. And then I pinned the bag with the safety pin to the inside of my hoop skirt. And I balanced the weight evenly throughout the skirt, favoring the weight towards the back and not putting it on the front because I didn't want the front to drag, but the train's gonna naturally drag. So that was the solution I came up with, and I think it worked really well. The weight of the skirt with a full train and 8 sets of LED lights was getting heavy. Although it could stay on if worn gently, it would be way too heavy to spin in. And spinning is important. Hey. Yeah. So I used heavy-duty safety pins to attach the skirt directly to her dress at the bodice, attaching it in the front, side seams, and the back. Heavy-duty safety pins, my best friend. I pinned up the front of her dress to give her that classic peplum poof Cinderella has been known for since her Disney debut. She had her grand entrance. She was fashionably late. Everyone whispered, "Who's that? Look at that dress. Oh my goodness." Yes. She boogied on the dance floor, spun and twirled, and when the novelty wore off and the wait was no longer fun, Cinderella didn't turn to rags. This fairy godmother thought ahead. And so she unpinned the skirt in the peplum, and then Cinderella was able to boogie on a little bit more. And we all lived happily ever after. I hope you guys liked this project. I sure enjoyed building it. Thank you for all the likes and the people who took the effort to subscribe. Thank you. And the people who have those bell notification on, you guys are the real MVPs. I'll also be coming out soon with an extra bonus video of my Leia Endor makeup tutorial I filmed while on Endor. My next official video I'll be coming out with, I think you'll really enjoy. I made a gorgeous, functional, custom dress form for, get this, only $20, stand included. Got ideas for another? Leave it in the comments. But until then, done is better than perfect.